Hello, and thank you for joining me on my channel. More here, and today we're going to cover what is arguably the best rare champion in the game. If this is your first time here and you like Raid Shadow Legends and you like it from the free-to-play standpoint to help progress your account and increase your account efficiently and effectively, then please hit that subscribe button that's right here by my face. There's a button right there. Hit that, and you can get some more content from me as I keep going forward. Okay, so you're asking me who is the best rare champion in the game. It is debatable, but really almost every single content provider comes back and uses this champion in one way, shape, or fashion somewhere in their content. In the mid game, in the end game, at the beginning game, he's viable everywhere. He's even used in Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. He's even used on level 20, stage 20 runs of the dungeon. This guy is used almost everywhere in the game. I'm using him right here on my spider run. This is actually only spider stage 11, so it's not that hard for him. But he still works for my team, especially for the composition of what I got, because he's got a great skill kit, a great skill set. And that rare champion you're asking is Apothecary. Apothecary is only a rare champion. He's a magic affinity champion, but he is a beast. So since he's rare, he's easy to book. He's a support champion, so he doesn't deal a whole lot of damage in the end, but you use him for his kit. Use him for his skills. He's got an amazing kit, like I said. We'll get into that as soon as this run here is over. But he speeds up your team. He's got a turn meter boost. He's got a speed aura. And he's got a spot heal that is a big, large heal. This heal, 50% damage. If I remember right, 50% of the target's HP. And it can crit. So, you want crit rate on him. Mine doesn't, but he still works really well. Watch him as he runs through this. He keeps my team moving fast. My other guys keep the spider from attacking. The spider never gets a turn, which is what I want. But my Apothecary keeps my team moving right now. So, which is what you want him for. You use him for speed runs in dungeons. You keep your team alive. You keep them moving. That's what he's there for. Okay, we just finished this spider. Let's get into this kit real quick for you guys. All right, where is Apothecary? There he is. Okay, he is a high elf. He is a support champion. He is a magic affinity. Mine is a 6-star, only level 56. I got a few more levels to go before I max out and cap him out. Look at my gear there. Straight speed. You want to build him speed, speed, speed with some crit rate. Speed and crit rate is what you want on Apothecary. You want him cycling through his turns. You want him to be able to take as many turns as he possibly can. So you want speed everywhere if you can. So I got 3 speed sets. Yes, my gear is not leveled up entirely that much. Level 12s across the board with 1 level 16. And I can't remember if that 16 is a speed boot or not. I hope it is. Yes, it is a speed boot. Good. 5-star speed boot, level 16. So, like I said, speed, you guys, everywhere across the board. Let's look at his stats for him. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, his crit rate's a little low. So, I know he's locking there. I got to get some more gear to work on that. I got to work on him when it's there. But he's got 31,000 HP. I want my Apothecary a bit on the tanky side. I want a lot of my champions on the tanky side because I usually build them and build my teams towards the tank and towards the sustain. Whoops, sorry, guys. Towards this tank and towards the sustain. So Apothecary to be able to be in those kind of team compositions, I need him a little more tankier than most other people would build him. So I've got 31,000 HP. I've only got 1,700 defense for him, but he's got 214 speed. He's only got 59% crit rate. I want more crit rate on him, but 659 is going to work. Crit damage, I don't really care about crit damage because crit damage does not increase the heal he does when it crits. All it does is just increase the damage output he puts out. That's not a big thing for me. His resistance, you wouldn't hurt to have resistance so he doesn't get debuffed. Theoretically, though, he's going first. So as long as he goes first, especially in the arena, if you're using him there, you want that turn meter boost and that speed buff. And then, boom, he's done his primary role. Accuracy, he does no debuffs, no turn meter control. You don't need accuracy whatsoever on your Apothecary. You need speed, and you need that crit rate. I'm locking my crit rate, but that will come in time as I get better gear. Okay, so his actual kit. Mine is maxed out on the skills, which is awesome because he's only a rare, remember? He's easy to max out. His A1 is a 3-hit at random A1. So against like the clan boss or against an actual dungeon boss, all 3 hits, boom, right into the boss, and it works because there's no other targets, right? So 3-hit A1, maxes out, it's maxed out. A2, heals a target by 35%. It can scale up to 40, 45, 50%. This heal can be critical. That's why you want that crit rate, right? So 50% of the target's HP. If they are right there, I'm almost done. Oh, boom, 50% back. If it crits, it's almost 100% back. Cooldown, -1. It's on a 2-turn cooldown. What? It's a 50% heal on a 2-turn cooldown. I don't think there's any other healer in the game that's got a cooldown like that and a heal like that. This thing rocks. And his last one is A3. Places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. It is a 3-turn cooldown and applies a 2-turn buff. Wow. This guy, he will apply that and he will keep rolling. He usually cycles back through before the buff drops off of your other allies. So he can come through, he'll reapply it, and boom, just replace the buff that's already there with a new buff, reset the duration, and you just keep on rolling. So that speed buff is up almost 100% of the time across your champions, except for him, because his is actually going to drop off before he reapplies it. But it's a 3-turn cooldown. His heal is a 2-turn cooldown. This guy just does not stop. Apothecary is a beast. His aura increases allied defense in dungeons by 21%. That is a very valuable aura. In the dungeons, 21% increase to defense. Defense is one of the most important stats in the game. Defense will decrease and mitigate the damage coming in, and if you have defense-based champions, it increases their damage output also. So Apothecary is a very versatile champion. He's a very all-around good support, and he is by far one of the top 5 rares in the game, if not the #1 rare in the game for utility and versatility, overall capability. He is up there. All right, his masteries. I build masteries differently than a lot of other people, so don't argue with me, but it's all good. Tell me what you think about it. If I did something wrong, let me know. I will look at it, I will consider it, and I will talk about it. I love theory crafting. I love brainstorming things, so please hit it down below. Let me know, leave me a comment if I did something or what you think I did. So, he's a support, right? I went down the support tree. So, I got the extra health, I got the extra healing capability, increases the value of the heals of the champion that casts by 5%. Of course, he's a healer. He's got to have it, right? I increased his healing straight down the board all the way out. I also added here this rapid response. Has a 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a buff cast by the champion is removed or expires. That can proc when he replaces his own speed buffs on his champions. So he throws a speed buff up. We're in the dungeon across the other 4 champions, right? He cycles through. It's his turn again. He wasn't cast it. Drops off all the other 4 buffs. Replays 4 new buffs. He now has 4 chances to have a 30% chance to increase his turn meter by 10%. Even if 2 of them proc, he just increased his own by 15%. 2 of these procs, there's another 20%, and he just got a 35% boost to his turn meter. He comes back through again. You want Apothecary moving as fast as you possibly can. So you want to keep him going as long as you possibly can. The next actually skills I'm going for Apothecary is I'm going to go down here to Everlasting Gifts, a 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff cast by this champion. I want those speed buffs to stay out longer, especially if he doesn't die. If for some reason he gets stunned and he can't get back through, I want him to keep my team moving. So he's getting the Everlasting Gifts. And then he's also going to get the Spirit Haste. Increases his speed whenever an ally actually dies. So that when he's the last one standing, he can keep going and keep himself healed. He actually gains more speed in the end as well. And then here's the questionable and arguably the odd one that most people would not do for Apothecary. I went down the offense tree, but I went down to War Master instead of Giant Slayer. Most people use Giant Slayer because of his 3-hit A1. I wanted War Master. I wanted the 60% chance, even though it's only going to proc once. I want that 60% chance for War Master to proc over the 30% chance of Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer has a 30% chance to proc, but it can proc multiple times per attack. So it's based on each individual hit, not the attack as a whole. while War Master is the attack as a whole. Can only proc one time, but it has a 60% chance. Works really good for your one-hit or two-hit skills. I'm wanting to use it for Apothecary, on his, even though he's got a 3-hit, because I want the consistency of that War Master to land, rather than the gamble of getting 2 in one attack, because it's only a 3% chance. 30% chance. He's got a 3-hit A1, so it's only a 1 in 3 chance. He's got a 3-hit. It's statistically only going to proc one time anyways. I still would rather have the War Master for the consistency, but that is me. Tell me what you think about that in the comments. If you want that Giant Slayer, and why do you use it? Why would you use it over the War Master? Let me know. Help change my mind. So that is how I built my Apothecary. Those are his stats. Those are his skills. Let's take him one more run here into something for you guys. Nope, not Clan Boss. Let's go into the Spider one. We already did Spider. We'll take him into Arcane Keep, right? I got him in Arcane Keep. Stage 15. Yep. All right. Let's run this as I end this here for you guys so you can see him in some action. He is a beast of a rare. There's a lot of good rares in this game. Apothecary, though, is arguably the best rare. How do you want him built? You want him with speed. You want him with crit rate. You want him to take turns. You want him as fast as you possibly can get him, because you want him to cycle over. You want him to keep moving. You want him to keep taking turns. You want him to keep rolling. Apothecary is a beast. He's here. He's rolling this team. He's going to keep my team moving fast. If anybody gets low on health, he will heal them up. Apothecary should hopefully get a turn so he can heal up Mystic Hand. His heal isn't up, so he's not going to do it. Mystic Hand's got his own heal. That helps out. I like support-style champions. I just did a video. I'm probably going to post it later on today of yesterday's High Elf Keep. I've got 3 supports in there. Sorry, 4 supports running in my keep. I like supports. Granted, I've only got 4 high elves, so I gotta do what I gotta do with what I got, right? But supports have so much versatility, so much utility for your team, that supports cannot be ignored. Do not ignore your supports. Do not sleep on your Apothecary. Do not feed your Apothecary. Apothecary is one of the best, if not the best, rare in the game. All right. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That's going to be right up there in the corner. Take care of that. See one of these videos that's going to pop up on your right side of the screen. And I will see you on the next video.